Yup. Welcome in, I'm Dale, and today we're gonna be watching Why Men Love Playing as Girls by Octopus. Please enjoy the show.
As much as I've loved pretending to be an anime girl for the past 2 years, I think it's finally time that I did a face reveal.
Oh!
3,
Oh!
2, 1.
Yay!
Hey guys, it's me, Noctopus. It was always a matter of time before I got rid of that stupid VTuber avatar. I always hated VTubers anyway.
What? Actually, it's always so weird for me to see how the people look behind their models. Because you know, I feel like there is this kind of expectations on VTubers that they're gonna be looking exactly like their VTuber avatar or something. And well, I kinda do meet quite a lot of people from our community on the PlayCon, so like a Polish convention. So people do kinda know how I do look like. And they always kinda are surprised because usually when they meet me, they say, well, a soft alt girl, something like this, you know, a soft goth, something like this. Wait. I usually look like this in real life, you know? So it's always kind of surprising for people. But I absolutely love it. I feel like kind of meeting people or like seeing how the VTuber looks behind their model kind of breaks the immersion. It kind of breaks the immersion, but at the same time, I always love to meet my VTuber friends and getting to see them. Like, you know, I know there are memes that VTubers look bad or something in real life, but most of the VTubers I've met, they are so absolutely adorable in real life. I'm not even gonna joke about it. They are so absolutely cute and adorable and wholesome. I would suck their toes. That's too much. That's too much. Yeah, let me come back. Let's come back to the video, okay? Let's not worry about it.
This is pretty good looking. Alright, fine, this isn't actually me. This is Pinoy, my editor.
What?
Do you see how it made you feel? Betrayed? Shocked even? I
Why?
felt that exact same way when I confessed my undying love for a cat girl in Final Fantasy XIV, only for it to be a 43-year-old dude living in Nebraska. But the question is, why do men play as female characters? As an avid girl chooser myself, I've wondered this question for a long time. My main cover-up story was that girls have a smaller hitbox, and while that 100% is totally not cope and very true, it's not the
I think it kind of works this way in GTA, if I remember right. When I was playing GTA roleplay, quite a lot of people actually were using female models just because they actually got like smaller head hitboxes, if I remember right. It was really normal for people to use female model just because of that. But at the same point, listen, I love playing as a female character, but I don't think it's because I am female. It's because I enjoy looking at females. I think that's the case, okay? You just enjoy looking at them. That's why you want to see a cute anime girl on your screen when you're playing some game.
main reason. To get to the bottom of this, I created a community poll to ask you, my subscribers who were specifically guys, one simple question. Do you prefer to play as male or female? Over 2,000 of you answered. The results were not really that surprising considering my type of audience, but over 70% of you said that you picked girls. But not only that, a ton of you wrote paragraph-long answers in the replies that I 100% always definitely read. Let's start with the most obvious answer of all. Men just like seeing sexy girls when they grind out thousands of hours of gaming.
I wish that was me!
And don't get me wrong, this isn't completely untrue. If Blizzard puts one of my favorite characters in a bikini, then it's my obligation as a player to give them $20 for it. For the most part, it would seem like guys just fit the overall stereotype of objectifying women, but then it falls apart for certain situations like, why would a guy pick a female character in an MMO where you start out in the ugliest clothing imaginable? Or why would someone commit to an entire playthrough just to play as a non-sexualized girl character? This isn't saying that aesthetics of things like—
Listen, that is cute! Listen. It's not always about sexy women. Sometimes it's about cute women. I feel like I look like a lesbian right now. But I just love to look at women. They are so cute, so adorable, so sexy, so attractive.
like character skins aren't important to players, but that being the only reason isn't telling the full story. So that would lead us to another possible answer. Girl characters just have way more clothing options.
That's true.
It's no secret that one of the core experiences in gaming is being able to make your character look as cool as possible.
Yeah, but...
And based on the replies to the poll I mentioned earlier in the video, over 30% of you mentioned that you play girls because the clothing options just look better. This makes sense, considering that for a long time game companies were too scared to experiment with what kinds of skins belong to what character. Typically, male character outfits tend to be big and bulky, and female characters have historically been a bit more revealing and aesthetically pleasing. Lara Croft versus...
I would say, actually, I feel like a lot of the games are kinda focusing on the kind of outfits that exist in real life. And not gonna even lie, I feel like female clothing in general can be a bit more unique than the male one. I would say male clothing is definitely way more comfortable to wear, but females have... I think I should be saying women, not females, I'm so sorry. But women genuinely have way more options to express themselves with the clothing. But at this point, I would say clothes don't really have a gender assigned to them, right? So I feel like it's just slowly turning into the point where it's not that unusual to see really pretty piece of clothing at a male segment in shops.
This is Nathan Drake, Cammy versus Ryu, and the most sexist case of all, Pac-Man versus Mrs. Pac-Man.
What?
If you think back to when some MMOs were first released, like Final Fantasy XIV, Blade and Soul, Black Desert Online, they all had or still have gender-locked clothing. This means that your options for outfits are split from the very moment you start playing. So unless I'm feeling like playing a big burly warrior, of course I'm going to pick something more aesthetically pleasing. To give game companies some credit where it's due, it's becoming more and more common now for characters to wear whatever they want. For example, in Final Fantasy XIV, they recently made it to where you can live out your dream of being a giant, manly orc in a bunny suit. But until that line...
Is that my sign to start playing Final Fantasy? Is that my sign to do it? For I have a lot of friends who actually do love this game and play this game quite a lot. Is it my sign to start playing it? I would start playing a male character just for this outfit. Look at this! What is... Why are we seeing the bulge even? I love it so much!
Third, I'd like to quote someone from my comment section. If I'm going to be staring at an ass of a character for the next 100 hours, it should at least be one I like looking at. And while I wholeheartedly agree with this statement, there's something missing. A real nail in the coffin to put this debate to rest, you know? And I think I might have found it. A single name kept popping up while I was researching for answers. Proteus. And what do people named Proteus and girl avatars have in common? They're both usually old men, but Proteus wasn't any old man. He was a Greek god of the seas who could predict the future and transform into whatever he wanted. Okay, cool, but what does that have to do with anything? Hold on, let me explain. Let's look at a scientific phenomenon known as the Proteus effect. This is a name given to an occurrence when a person's behavior in a virtual world transforms due to the characteristics of their avatar. The behavior changes because the person has a pre-existing knowledge or expectation of how those players online act. This might be kind of complex, so let me give an example. A toxic League of Legends player who typically plays more aggressive hypercarries gets to play a support character. This player might subconsciously start embodying more stereotypical feminine traits, like being more cooperative or empathetic with their teammates, because that's how they associate that side of the player base in their brain. This doesn't usually mean gameplay, by the way, this is more of a social thing. But this effect is real and has scientific evidence through it through hundreds of research papers. Some of the...
Wait. I need to phrase it in my own words to see if I understood this correctly, okay? So, once you pick a role, you kinda start being affected, like your personality is being affected by the stereotypical traits of character that is associated with that role. So, if you're playing Draven, you might start being toxic. Okay. If you're playing support, like Arden support, you know, Soraka, Lulu, this kind of stuff, you might be a bit more cute, kawaii. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Yeah.
The students at Nottingham Trent University found that men often associate positive feelings towards women avatars, such as how attractive or aesthetically pleasing they are, making them more likely to choose female characters. Game companies already know this, which explains why you can always buy sexy outfits with microtransactions.
Yeah.
It's not really that shocking when you think about it. I mean, what, you just expect them game not to make money. Complain about it all you want, but people are still buying it. But hold on, that's not the only reason. The Proteus effect also explains how men typically gravitate towards playing women in multiplayer games because they expect more positive social outcomes. If I play as a girl in this MMO, not only will I be more aesthetically pleasing, but players are way more willing to help me out and give me lots of gold. To back this point up, I found another study from the University College of London who discovered that players who use women avatars with more detailed clothing not only have more social interactions, but more positive social experiences in general. Now, I know this is kind of shocking because
I mean, okay, when I think about it this way, I would say I don't really feel it on myself. Like, you know, if it happens to you, you don't really like think about it too much, right? But then I think about every time I was typing something to my teammates in League of Legends, and usually I would be typing to my fellow support or something, and you know, if I would see that my support with like a female name or something, I don't know what kind of female name I can give you, but something like, I don't know, his treasure, stuff like this, you know, this kind of like weird nicknames that you can see that, yeah, they are probably a female. Then I would say, when I say I'm playing AD carry, my support is probably a female, that's what I'm gonna be typing to her quite a lot. Other than this, yeah, I would say if I'm seeing a fellow woman in League of Legends, I'm typing to her quite a lot. I'm trying to communicate with her a lot, okay? So yeah, I would say it is true, not even gonna lie. I don't feel it in myself, but I can feel it when I'm seeing a fellow women in the game.
Thought of having a girl on your team is enough for any average Valorant player to have a mental breakdown.
Because the only thing women are good for is cooking, cleaning, sucking, and...
But overall, it seems like playing multiplayer...
Bro, listen. Games with voice chat are the worst possible games you can play as a female. And I'm saying it because it is so typical that the moment I'm gonna speak, when I play Valorant, the moment I will speak on the microphone to my teammates, the first thing I can hear is actually like, go back to kitchen or something, or something like, oh, why you ain't playing Sage, you female, stuff like this, okay? It happens a lot. It happens a lot. Or the other way around, when you speak on the microphone, and the first thing you're gonna hear will be like, oh, can you do Ubo? Can you do Ubo? Stuff like this, bro. It's so annoying. Because of this, I kind of started hating playing any game with a voice chat. Because I can already kind of guess what kind of reaction I will get from my teammates, okay? And it's always gonna be something about me being a woman, or me having this kind of high-pitched voice, stuff like this, okay? Always.
Games as a more feminine avatar can lead to a less lonely gaming experience in general. But at the end of the day, these kinds of things all play a part into a bigger overall narrative. Yeah, the Proteus effect can offer some answers, but it's not this magical solution to the question. Personally, I think when a person plays a game, they want to immerse themselves as much as possible. For some people, that's making their character look just like them in real life. And for others, it's being something completely different. Tons of people use games as a form of escapism. I mean, if you're a big manly dude working a grueling 8-hour shift getting yelled at by customers all day, why would anyone blame you for coming home and role-playing as a cute cat girl? Or maybe for you, it's a deeper and more complex reason, like personally identifying with the character or using it to express something you couldn't in your daily life. There are literally hundreds of reasons to answer this question. So the truth is, as unsatisfying as this might be, it's not actually something that can be directly solved. Thanks for watching. If you like this, leave a comment and tell me about what makes you like playing certain characters.
Yeah.
What women are good for is cooking, cleaning, sucking, and...
Bro, I enjoyed this one so much. Ayo. I love it. And okay, sometimes I feel I could be a bit too negative about you know, like talking on voice chat and stuff when I was commenting. But in the end, I would say our experience with games, it's not really that different because, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of gender you have, if you're a woman, if you're a male, if you identify yourself as a female, as a male, you know, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're always gonna meet some people who are really, really nice to you in games, who are just, you know, nice people in general, and you're always gonna meet some people who will be absolute piece of shits and will try to do everything just to piss you off or scream at you when, you know, you didn't, I don't know, ace 1 versus 5 in League of Legends or Valorant. It's always gonna happen. So, at the end of the day, play as a female character if you want. Play as a male character if you want. Do whatever you want, mate. The world is all of yours to explore. Play whatever you want. What the games you want. What the characters you want. Just don't be toxic in games. And that's the way I want to say goodbye today. Don't be toxic in games. And we can all vibe together. Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed the video. I hope you also enjoyed it. Thank you. And a good bye. Bye bye.